All right, so I will start today's lecture. Unfortunately, Jabin cannot be making today either, but I will be covering this lecture today. He will be back next week. So today we will start some special lectures because I think going over the artificial intelligence, which is AI, is very important because nowadays AI has been replacing a lot of traditional jobs, and also it became very crucial for many different parts of our society. So we will go over this and we'll have fun with this as well. All right, so what is AI? Artificial intelligence is the one that helps the computers to think smartly. So a it's a human-made brain inside computer. That's something that I can explain. So typically, computer has been ordered by human, but now we have a smarter version of computer, which is more like an AI, and this is now used to make for the decision making, or any task can be completed without the human self. So with that being said, unlike traditional computer, AI can also learn from information. So what it means, if there's the information given, they can learn from it. It can also make the decisions. It can improve by learning from the mistakes, and many more. So basically, it's like a humanoid, humankind that's inside computer. So some of the AIs is YouTube algorithm, ChatGPT, Google Maps, self-driving cars, and etc. So how did it change? AIs really help us every day without us noticing. And such as the algorithms from YouTube and TikTok recommended videos we like. Google Maps find the fastest route. Cell phones recognize our faces and voices. Online translators help people to communicate by translating different languages. And hospitals often use AI for the diagnosis. And students also use the AI for learning and studying. So let's quickly watch the video that I posted here. That video was helpful. All right, let's continue. So like I said, there are many applications that the AI can be applied for, such as healthcare, cars, automobile, finance, civilian, social media, entertainment, e-commerce, agriculture, robotics, gaming, space exploration, education, many more. So AIs can be applied in variety of our society. So it's not just limited to the computer itself, but it can be used to assist in anything. All right, so some of the AIs, such as chatbots, are the computer program that uses the AI to talk with people through the text or voice. They can answer the questions, give information, help customers, translate languages, assist with learning. So let's actually, I can show you how this actually works. So let's say, can you show me some questions about middle school math with answers? So if I ask this, they will give you some questions like this and along with the answer. So it only took about less than a second. Because like I said, AI is the built-in human model that has basically has a brain. So it can now communicate with me. So these can be generated immediately. They just computer just process it and they just like inside the computer, once those information is gathered, they release it by resolving it. This is all done in one setting in computer. Um, it can also do something different, such as business marketing plans or translations and so on and so forth. Like it can be also used for, can you trans simple translations from English to French. Then it would also give some examples like this. So, um, it took me again less than a second. This can be applied in a variety of just field, like just as translations. And then if you need any information about medical issue or like anything related to like business plans, this is also be able to answer anything. Like for example, when I do my science research in my university, I often utilize the AI to like run the algorithms. So sometimes I'm like super like confused and stuck. Like where should I even begin with? How do I solve this like difficult problem? The AI will be able to help, not like fully solve it, but able to help me to make the decision. So just like I mentioned, AI chatbots is a good example of what can be done while in along with the scientific like technological improvements. Now, let's go over some of the other AIs. So Siri in Google Assistant and Alexa, those are usually on your phone or sometimes on the computer. So this is more like you just say it, like saying, "Hey Siri, can will you be able to find the fun YouTube video?" Then Siri will find it for you because, like I said, this is also an AI. Goes for every single thing. So next time if you have a computer, especially Google Assistant is available for everyone. So try this feature if possible. Translation AI. Just like how I showed in the chatbot, it is also still possible to translate it. The Google Translator or like other translation programs are like suitable to translate one language to another. And image recognition. You can do like face recognition to open your secured cell phone or laptop. Or you can do the quick draw, which is like draw something and like AI can tell what it is. And finally, recommendation AI. When you watch the YouTube video, I'm pretty sure everyone knows like what YouTube is, or Netflix or TikTok. If you watch some videos, AIs recognize like what videos you really like or often watch, and they recommend the videos for you. That's like very similar topics to what you watch. So that's the recommendation AI. Now, let's look about the AI robot use. There's a couple videos about it. Um, one of them should be long, one of them should be short.
Envision a journey designed.
It's very similar. It's just like we built it's like just engineering of like different parts. And along with that, they added the AI as a feature. So robot is now functioning. You can now carry the heavy stuff and do some simple activities. Or this is the car manufacturing company. So it is now possible for robots to help the car assembly or manufacturing process. Now, self-driving cars. although not perfect nowadays, but like they've recently introduced some possibility um of self-driving. So with that being said, cars will so okay. As you all saw, it doesn't it um it has like both pros and cons. The AI generated AI self-driving cars can successfully replace their drivers, and it can also make the road more safer because those cars are designed to obey all the laws. However, that also means there's a chance that you might not the job market might decrease because a lot of people who are working for taxi, bus, or any commercial drivers, they will be influenced directly because their job is now replaced by AI. So just like what I mentioned before, this is actually a valid concern. All right, AI in the medical field. It is still very possible to once again get assistance by the AI. Unlike many other job opportunities, medical field is the field that will less likely be completely influenced by the AI because human decision making in the fast changing issues and the ethical dilemma is a huge issue. So, still, because of the ethical reasoning, and along with that, the AIs cannot make the life and death decisions in a fast changing situation efficiently. Humans are still needed on this field. However, AIs are like giving a good advantage, providing good advantages for helping the physicians. So yeah, like I said, the doctors diagnose this disease faster. AIs can analyze the X-rays and medical images. Hospitals use AI to monitor patients. It also helps to discover new medicines while predicting the disease outbreaks. Chatbots can also answer the basic health questions. Robots can assist during surgery. And finally, it can help the doctors manage medical records more efficiently.
It's kitchen day, and it may squeeze everything out of you. We're tapping.
All right. Now, AI in the business. So it can also be used in the business field where the fraud detection is a key in AI, which can detect the suspicious activities and scams while sending the alerts for unusual transactions. It can be also used for data analysis, where it analyzes the large amount of data quickly while helping the businesses predict the trends in customer behavior. Finally, the cybersecurity. It protects the system from the cyber attacks. So when the hackers try to like hack the systems of the business ownership, they'll be able to protect it very well. It also detects the dangerous online activities automatically. So can be used for especially for like security defense, while also like very helpful by analyzing the data to improve their model. So let's go over the fraud that can be occur financially. This means cheating people to get money or information illegally. So when they send a fake bank message, like saying someone sends a message saying like your bank account is locked, click this link, or you lost like this much money. Like in order to save it, click this link. But you have to be careful because these links are usually fake and steals your password. So if you click it, not good. So do not ever click it once you receive it. Credit card theft. May try to use another person's credit card without the permission, and they can buy things using the stolen information. So this is another example of the fraud. Online scam. Sometimes they say like, oh, if you pay $10, you get like $1,000 reward. But once you pay it, you get nothing. Fake job offers. Sometimes they say like pay money to get a job, but that job is not real. It does not exist. And then sometimes they call you and like say, "Oh, I need your information for the bank. I'm a bank worker." But like apparently they just want your password. So these are like the ones that like I mentioned about like kind of like what can be like financial fraud. So now let's look over how AI is like revolutionizing fraud detection in banking and finance. All right. So AIs are trained to detect these frauds like specifically as shown in the video. Now, how can we compare artificial and human intelligence? Artificial intelligence can be fast processing, learns from data, follows a rule, but has no emotion. Human intelligence is a little bit slower processing, learn from the experience, think creatively, and has emotion. So obviously for the fast, like accurate and like difficult work, AIs will be more efficient and do it quickly. But human intelligence is more of it's needed by creativity, like the directions, and with the emotions. So there's called empathy. Now, what skills will be stay valuable in the next 5 years? So in the human side, we have empathy, ethical judgment, negotiation, team leadership, and creativity. These cannot be replaced fully by an AI because some especially these are the ones that are available with the emotion along with that creativity. So if these two does not exist, you cannot even like start an AI to help whatever works that you want to do because you also sometimes need to be creative and sometimes you have to be forgivable and sometimes you have to like give the harsh punishment for like so when it comes to ethical dilemma. Now in the case of AI, it's required for data analysis, pattern recognition, periodic modeling, sense and automation and repetitive tasks. So these are all like kind of like if structure for the AI that's needed. So like they need the data and they need to see the pattern and they need to get trained. And that's like needed to utilize the AI in the future. So two different roles, but similar goals. Now let's talk about the problems. So just like what we saw in the self-driving car, job loss is real because AI and robots are very fast. They can pack boxes, solve files, and do the math much faster than humans. They can replace some of the human jobs. Because of this, some of the jobs will disappear, which is a downside of the AI. A downside of the AI. Second, they're smart, but can still be wrong. They don't know the truth. It guesses based on the patterns. So it's although it's accurate, it's guessing based on every mo millions of information that's available around the internet. Sometimes they give the completely wrong facts. They give the hallucinations, and those are completely wrong. Sometimes, let's say for example, if you ask the AI a hard math question, it might show you the wrong answer. So what's important is don't 100% trust the AI and always double check its answer before proceeding. And third, if AI does all the work, we stop practicing. Sometimes like you just like give the AIs to like homework, exam, test, quizzes, like it's like really looks very easy. But then your brain's not gonna learn anything because your like brain will miss the chance to grow. So if you always like ask AI to write your stories and essays, you will forget how to use your own imaginations and write a paper. So AI can be used as a helper, but you shouldn't replace that completely with your brain. This goes the same for the all job markets too, because they usually utilize the AIs for their like decision-making process, not the decision making by itself, because you're the one who double checks the fact and make the final decision. Privacy problems. AIs can also collect the personal information. So if it's not properly, then this data can be stolen or misused by hackers or companies. So this can be another like cybersecurity issue. And again, the security risks is all the way followed up. The hackers can use the AI to create a harmful computer virus to hack the information, and it can also make the very realistic fake emails. So AIs, although like they're usually used to block these like frauds, they can also create the frauds if it's misused. Now, the future. So AI itself cannot be like say like it's really good or really bad. The impact of AI depends on how humans use it. So in the future, it becomes even more powerful and useful. With that being said, AIs can help to solve the big global problems, such as like disease outbreak, climate changes, and poverty. Many new jobs and opportunities can be created because of AI. And also, with that being said, if we use the AI in the correct way, it'll make the world safer, smarter, and more equal. So maybe in the future of agriculture, like shown in this picture, AIs can help the farming process, while the actual farmers like also control those. So they will control like what to do and what not to do. The decision by itself is made by human. And those repetitive like hard works can be replaced by the AIs, and they can also like monitor like how the crops are growing. Now, for the teachers and the rise of personal learning. So students can also say like, oh, maybe like I have a question, and then whenever they go back home to do homework, they can ask like they can make their own program to study for what they want to study. So just like what you're using right now, the computer, you can also now use the computer to like kind of study by yourself. And the teacher can also access these platforms and give the instructions, and you'll be able to see it on your computer. And maybe in the future, this might be the city. This might be any cities around the world where everything is floating, everything is futuristic, and it looks very peaceful. Although it's like AI is much smarter. If it's used correctly, we can definitely build out this future in next couple hundred years. Not even 100. So this can be a good example of the future smart city if the AIs are used properly. Now, again, the future of AI is in our hands. We must use it responsibly for the good of humanity. So, with that being said, we can all make the city all together by using the AIs correctly. We don't know when that's going to be, but it can be definitely possible in the future. All right. So that's it for today's lecture. So thank you so much for listening. And now I'll open up to any questions if you have.
Hello, Jamie.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, hello.
Hmm. Do
You
they
done
have any
for the
questions?
day?
Sorry, do they have any questions?
Okay. Do you have a question? Hello, you have a question? Okay, you come. Come forward. Come and ask. So we have one question.
Oh, okay.
As humans have creativity than AI.
Wait, can you repeat the
Did you
question
hear
one more
what
time?
is?
What was the question again? Sorry.
Okay, she is asking if humans have creativity than the AI.
Like what activities can be done by AI?
Yeah, can human beings create more than AI, or that AI creates more than the humans? Do you get it?
Oh, so like what's like AI is like better than human. So, um, so like I said before, AIs can be used for very complex work. So if it's like something like very difficult math, like let's say like if you ask the humans to do it, then it'll take maybe like hours or days. But when you use the AI and ask the questions on the AI platform, that can be done in like a second or two. And also, if you want to gather the information, that's also possible through AI because you gather the information, the AI is like sorted out the information and gives the statistical data. So like if there's a trend, they'll be able to find it out. If there is something like interesting factor, then they can also be like flag it out and tell the people. So all the information's like available on the AI. And that's like a huge advantage of it. However, obviously sometimes like humans like decisions are better. When it comes to the law, like AIs can definitely make the decision, but it lacks the judgmental skills and empathy. So sometimes they have like poor backgrounds or something like that. So if they have like poor backgrounds and like say, oh, it was like that action was like quite inevitable for survival, then the punishment should be like a little bit lowered. But like on the AI in the current level, they don't think. It's more like they just make the decisions right away based on the fact that they gather. So that action must be done by humans. There's like some when it comes to ethical dilemma and creativity issue, then humans are better. But those like very difficult work and data gatherings and structures, those can be done by AI. So it's very important to use them simultaneously to make the better society.
AI makes faster, and when human beings make decisions, we can type AI. Okay. Any question? Okay. Okay. So there is no other question
All
there.
right. We will continue the lecture on next Friday, and my brother will be taking that lecture. Is it okay if we can do the lecture on Wednesday instead? Would that be also possible?
Wednesday. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Just like
That,
next
that will be
week.
fine.
Just like what next week only.
Okay.
And
So Wednesday. Yes. Yes.
mhm. Because no
Because
class
next
on
week
Friday.
Friday is, I think, maybe could be a holiday.
Mhm. Oh, is that
Yes. Yes. So we can do
is
that on
Wednesday a
Wednesday. That is
holiday in
fine.
Ghana?
Is that?
So is Wednesday possible? Or
Yes. It's possible.
oh,
Sure.
okay. Just like next
Wednesday.
week. Same time on Wednesday instead of Friday.
Sure. Okay. All right. Then see you then.
All right, perfect. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And thank you too very much. Hello. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. All right.